Colts' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through.
Roughing the kicker. Defense.
And they'll accept that penalty. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their 6'3" quarterback.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
A pretty big opening there on first down. 8 yards up to the 33.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Stroud off the play fake. They'll roll him out right. This will be taken in by Michael Pittman. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain there of 21 yards. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. Meanwhile, Stroud's throw there complete to Myers. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. The Texans at 8-2 on the year, and they've certainly found their groove of late. Winners of 5 in a row.
And this team is absolutely playing their best football right now. This is the best that we've seen them play in a long time, partner. Sky's the limit as far as they're concerned. Their confidence really soaring.
And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
Yeah, once more, strong running. Excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Stroud now on 1st and 10. Out to the right and complete to Pittman. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another 1st. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Now Stroud. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
Not sure what happened there, but he just didn't get the right read on the coverage that time. Pass wasn't where it needed to be, and that'll send them back to the drawing board.
Here's 2nd and 10. Stroud out of the gun here. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this 1st quarter. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Texans football to start quarter 2, as they've got it with a 3rd down and long coming up. Throwing now is Stroud. And that is incomplete. The Colts D sticking to their assignments, and that brings up 4th. They'll turn things over to Brandon Aubrey now for the field goal. On the right hash, it's a 43-yard attempt. And this one is right through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. Now they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
So here are the Colts to take over. They got the victory last week. That was against Washington, and now they lead this ball game as well. Set to go here, 1st and 10. Here's Watson. Little pitch and catch to the tight end, Knox. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds.
Well, these two teams, you might recall, met up back in September in Week 3. And it was the visiting Colts who won that first matchup. So they'll look for the season sweep here back home in Indy.
Watson now to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. Well, a nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up third down.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Throwing on third down, Watson. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
That's a pretty good throw on the curl route there. Third down, and they pick up a first.
Defense should be aware for that, right?
They should be aware, but it was so hard sometimes.
Yeah, it's not easy.
Because when they sell that route really well, you think they're going upfield, then they curl back, show their numbers to the quarterback, and complete the play.
Isaiah Rodgers up to make the tackle. Now a 2nd and 10. They'll stay on the ground with Swift. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Here's Watson.
Oh, he had a man open. He overshot him. It's incomplete.
Looked like they were set up defensively in a zone coverage, but somehow they found a seam because that receiver all alone. By rights, that should have been a touchdown, but somehow this ball's overthrown.
And it's taken in at the 9. And he'll go out of bounds. Looks like right at the 15. A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return. And the Texans are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory.
1st and 10, it's Stroud. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Stroud. He'll find a man over the middle. It's Pittman. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd down, here's Hall.
And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
Stroud to the air on 1st and 10.
Open man is Myers. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down.
Stroud sets up the play action.
Escaping the pressure right. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
Here's a 2nd and 8. A give running right is Hall. And he will be out of bounds. A good yardage there, and he'll get a second to catch his breath as it leads us right into the 2-minute warning.
I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
On the draw, it's Hall.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 more yards there and another first down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
In the red zone, precision is the watchword. If the throw's a little too early, too late, maybe off a little bit, going to be a good chance that any attempt is going to be a contested one. and that one falls incomplete.
Stroud looking to throw. They'll set up the screen for Hall. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense because they've been showing their best coverages on third down. So far, only allowed one conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that, but by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on fourth down.
Ready?
Back to throw. Here's Stroud. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
On second down, it's Stroud. And he's got it. Touchdown. A great play there. Touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Texans will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey. And the lead is now 10-7. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Colts about to go on offense one final time in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Now Watson. Going to be taken in here by Nakua. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. Now the Colts will use their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Back to throw, Watson. And that one too wide and incomplete.
And that's the knowledge you gain from being in this league for a long time. He's learned the hard way when to give up and fight another down. And that's a smart move to throw it away.
The kick by Lutz is good. And that will knot us up at 10. Wow, I mean, it's so rare to even see one attempted from that distance, CD, let alone converted, but he came through with confidence and matches what was Tom Dempsey's 43-year NFL record at one point of 63 yards.
Yeah, I can still see that highlight of Dempsey making that kick, and nowadays we see it a little bit differently because, remember, Dempsey...
Halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the third quarter and continue this midseason contest. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Texans going to take over here to start quarter number 3. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic, no need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us. Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Stroud on third down now. The toss here completed to Pittman. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
From the 41, here's 2nd and 6. They'll go again with Hall. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. The time called here because a member of the Texans is in some discomfort. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. And they'll go play action here with Stroud. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 23. Give him 17 on the pickup there, and the Texans also get a new set of downs. Back to the ground with Hall. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Stroud off the play fake. Rolling to his right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Devin Bush able to get him for a loss of about 3. Blitz came there from the inside, and there just wasn't much resistance.
No, not at all. That means that defensively, they timed it up perfectly and matched up perfectly. They drew all the blockers to the other guys, left a free.
And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Jacoby Myers from 21 yards away. And the Texans have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. Aubrey good with a PAT, and that makes it a 17-10 score. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. Nixon elects not to return it, and this comes out to the 25. Here's the Colts now as they get ready for their first possession on offense of the second half. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
Here's Watson now on 2nd down. Pass complete there to Nakua. Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That'll line up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. On first down, it's Watson. That's to the sideline and incomplete.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. To the air yet again, Watson. That is caught. A little juke. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 27 yards there on a very nice third down conversion.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. A shotgun snap for Watson. And he'll find Chase on the right side complete. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we play. Back now here on EA Sports. The Colts on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Out of the gun, Watson. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Touchdown, Colts. DeAndre Swift, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Colts are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. Lots of look to add the extra point. And no sweat. He puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th. So that one an 8-play drive. It spans 75 yards. Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Houston set to take over. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. And he'll power his way up near the 25. 65 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. Here's 2nd and 4 from the 24. And Stroud now to throw. And his throw here is going to be incomplete.
Tight end has become a bigger and bigger part of the passing game in the NFL, but if you drop the football, that position can get swapped out with a wide receiver in that spot, a running back in that spot. There are other ways it can go if you're not going to catch the ball.
And that's not just his first drop, his 2nd drop of the game. Here's Stroud. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Okay, break.
Here's Hall again. And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Hall want to give up the middle. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
Flushed out right. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Colts are going to get it back here just past the 35. He got outside the pocket there trying to improvise, and he was calling for the ball downfield, but still the interception.
I think what happened, he did call for the ball thinking that he was open, but I think the quarterback spotted him too late, and that margin that he had on the defenders, that got eaten up, and they came up with the interception.
It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up second down. Watson now to throw. Little pitch and catch to the tight end, Knox. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end. A guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight. Doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to him. The Colts send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Fielded at about the 28. 39-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Texans will take over. The football going back over now to the Houston Texans. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the fourth quarter. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Touchdown, Houston. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Texans strike quickly to take the lead here in the fourth. Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey. And they will take a 7-point lead. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. Nixon elects not to return it, and this comes out to the 25. So Deshaun Watson in the offense. Down 24-17. 2:11 to go. Plenty of time here. They've got 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning as they've got it 1st and 10. Here's Watson. Little pitch and catch to the tight end, Knox. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. Now 2nd and 4. Now it's Watson.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
Now Watson. And now another one thrown incomplete.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
Here we go. This is 4th down. They will indeed snap it to Watson. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he is going to have a Colts first down. They needed 4, they got 8, and it results in a conversion on 4th down. Well, they did the part they had to do. Quick throw got the first down.
But that doesn't allow them to relax. They still have plenty of work to do.
Watson to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. And they get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. To throw, Watson. Little pitch and catch to the tight end, Knox. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 3. Here's Watson. Catch made here by Campbell. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this fourth quarter. 2 timeouts still available in this final minute. It's 1st and 10 now. Watson. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Watson now to throw. Got a man open. It's Chase.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
Boy, here's a big one. You can just feel it. This is 3rd down now. Watson. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Campbell. And able to get this down inside the 15 to either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds.
Now, that's going to be a tough one to explain when they get together and watch a game film, isn't it? I mean, they had the right call, had the out route. He's got to know where the first down sticks are, yet he steps out of bounds that close. Not their best play.
And he is going to have a Colts first down. Boy, that was a tough couple of yards to pick up, but they convert on 4th and 1. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. And now time for one final play that has to be obviously in the end zone.
Can't wait to see what they call, but you want to get it to your best player. Sometimes you have to do it by formation, move everyone to one side, and maybe he gets a one-on-one isolated on the backside.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, they're out of timeout, so this one has to be in the end zone. So make sure you have your fastest guys and your best leapers on the field for this play.
One last throw here for Watson. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And the Texans are going to hang on the final play. They get the turnover to seal this football game. But Charles, a heartbreaking way to lose this game. They got into position for that final play, had a decent look toward the end zone, but ultimately picked off, and that's your ball game.
Yeah, they gave themselves a great